She never thought forgiveness could feel like betrayal, until the day God asked her to forgive the one person who broke her the most. Her name was Mara. And for 3 years, she carried a wound so deep she didn't speak about it, not to her friends, not to her pastor, not even to God. But pain has a way of leaking through the cracks. And on one ordinary Sunday morning, while everyone else worshipped freely, Mara stood frozen, because she saw him walk through the church doors. The man who shattered her trust. The man she vowed never to forgive. The man she prayed God would deal with, not restore. And in that moment, her heart whispered the words she never wanted to hear. Forgive him. Mara's story began long before that Sunday. She had once trusted deeply, a friend, a mentor, someone she believed God placed in her life. But betrayal doesn't always come from enemies. Sometimes it comes from the people you prayed for. He had lied about her, spread rumors, turned people she loved against her. And worst of all, he never apologized. Mara carried the weight of humiliation, anger, and bitterness like armor. She told herself it protected her. But bitterness doesn't protect, it poisons. Every time she saw his name, her chest tightened. Every time someone mentioned him, her stomach twisted. Every time she prayed, she felt blocked, like her words hit a ceiling. She didn't realize that unforgiveness had become her prison. One night, she opened her Bible to Matthew 6 verses 14 to 15. If you forgive others their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. She closed the Bible immediately. She didn't want that verse. She wanted justice. But God wasn't asking her to pretend the pain didn't happen. He was asking her to release the grip it had on her life. Still, she resisted. It happened during a midweek prayer service. Mara sat quietly, arms crossed, heart guarded. But then the pastor said something that pierced her. Forgiveness is not saying they were right. It's saying you're tired of being chained to what they did. Her eyes filled with tears. She didn't want to be chained anymore. Suddenly, she felt God speak to her heart. You're not forgiving him for his sake, you're forgiving him for yours. She broke. Right there in her seat, she whispered, Lord, I don't know how to forgive him. But if you help me, I will try. It wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. But heaven heard it. The next Sunday, she saw him again. Her heart raced. Her hands trembled. But something was different. Instead of anger, she felt compassion. She didn't walk up to him. She didn't force a conversation. She didn't pretend everything was fine. She simply whispered, God, I release him. I release what he did. I release the pain. I choose forgiveness. And instantly, not gradually, instantly, the heaviness lifted. It felt like someone opened a window in a room she had been suffocating in. She felt peace. Real peace. The kind she hadn't felt in years. Later that week, she prayed for him, not for justice, not for revenge, but for healing. That's when she realized forgiveness wasn't a moment. It was a miracle. Mara learned something powerful. Forgiveness doesn't excuse the wrong. Forgiveness frees the wounded. She learned that forgiveness is obedience. Forgiveness is healing. Forgiveness is spiritual warfare. Forgiveness is freedom. And she learned that God never asks us to forgive alone, He gives us the strength to do it. Her story became a testimony of grace. A reminder that forgiveness is not weakness, it is victory. But just when Mara thought her journey was complete, something happened that tested her forgiveness in a way she never expected. To see what happened next, watch the next story, The Warning She Ignored.